Sloss and Humphries on the road.
Muggins and cream and muggins, straight thuggin', living the dream.
That's our intro.
Fucking muggles.
Tickling the clit inside your head that makes you laugh. They said it can't be done.
Are we in the same seats?
That's hack.
Ah, muggles.
Accidental rim job in the park.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Or am I just being cynical?
Muggled it up on fucking Mugglepedia.
Where have you been since 9/11? Alright, we are back. Yes, the podcast is late. Fuck you. Get over it. What are you going to do? Fight us?
It's because of,
Yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? Your podcast, your free podcast late. Get over it.
I mean, some of you probably wouldn't have downloaded it until today anyway.
Aye. Like, for
You
that
just wanted
Friday
to sit there waiting for you, did you?
Aye, you just wanted someone to complain about, you little fuck.
Yeah, we felt a bit, we got in last night in Dusseldorf.
Aye.
We done the gig in Dusseldorf. They didn't let us in the hotel until after the gig.
So
the
we're just
hotel was
backstage.
miles away.
Aye.
And we were just backstage, and we were on that fucking nasty old Amsterdam come down. Are you feeling any better from Amsterdam?
I'm fine. I can go
Aye.
for a jog. I mean, I won't.
Well, you're just breathing.
Aye. I could.
Yeah, I feel a bit battered and bruised and bedraggled and bleedy.
Bedazzled,
You know
bedazzled.
that B word
Aye.
that happened to Peaches.
Yeah.
Was that an in-joke that we haven't done on the podcast?
What?
Bleed like a peach.
No, that was on it, I think. Who
Did you
cares?
mention that on the podcast?
I think so.
Let's
Yeah,
do a little
we'll laugh.
recap. Danny was on stage and said, "I'll bleed like a peach" instead of "I bruise like a peach."
And nobody in the audience laughed, but we did for 4 days.
Yeah, it is. So now we are battered and bruised and bleeding like a peach.
Bleeded like a peach. We were in Amsterdam on Sunday. If you came to the Tumblr gig, thank you very much. That was awesome.
Nice one.
And then we had Monday and Tuesday in Amsterdam with Milo McCabe, Barry Castanola, Andrew Stanley, Elliot Steele, Ryan Cullen, and Tom Hahn, who are six of the lads. Lads.
Now they are at home going through PTSD,
Aye.
while we just pull out our fucking shoe straps like legends and carry on with the tour.
Aye, they've gone home for their fucking manicures and their back massages. Just been little,
Face
little
peels.
wimps. Aye,
Some of them slept. That was weird.
I know, wimps.
And then pussies.
So we had we went out on Monday night and got to bed at 2:00 in the afternoon on Tuesday,
For
Which
like
I
3
think-
hours.
which I think is one of the biggest sessions I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking hardcore. Like,
Aye.
one of the lads lost his mind and ran across the street grabbing his head with no shirt on.
Aye, yeah, Andrew Stanley
Good.
took too many mushrooms and had a little crisis of confidence.
He had a proper crisis. Like, he was shouting. There was one point where he was going, "This isn't helping." You were like, "No one's trying to help you, Doc."
No, to be fair, we weren't helping. Like, he was having a freak out, and we decided in that moment that him freaking out and losing his mind, and all he really needed was someone to just hold his hand and get him through it.
Or
We
mop his
decided,
brow.
aye, that was the best time to make him Jeff because he was being such a fucking Jeff. So we forced him into the awful outfit.
Yeah,
And,
so last week we'll fill you all in that there's a Jeff outfit, and it's always Jeff Stag do, and the person who is Jeff is the person who fucked up most recently. So little random shit's happening for the Jeff costume to swap hands, and then Andrew Stanley started having this proper whitey, and as good friends we should have really fucking I
Oh,
don't
it was
know,
savage.
told him down or something.
I just got him in the
'Cause
shower, got him some bread, given him a milkshake. Here's a little advice: if you're ever on mushrooms in Amsterdam, McDonald's milkshakes are one of the best things to counteract.
Is that right?
Yep, something about the sugar in it's sugar helps, and orange juice
Yeah, orange
helps
juice,
break down the magical of the mushroom. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, because the thing with mushrooms and acids, there's no safe word. You open your eyes, it's there. You close your eyes, it's there. You've got to write it out.
Yeah.
The minute you stumble on that wave.
You
that
did
wave's taking
mushrooms.
you
How
down.
were they?
I quite like them. I've realised I took too much.
Aye.
But then took a look at Stanley and went, at least I'm not that bad. It's always good to have someone that's a fucking
Yeah.
high tide line on how fucked you are.
Yeah, I do always
It's really
find
sobering seeing someone way more fucked than you.
I do find that whenever I'm out drinking or whatever and getting on it, and it's just like 5 in the morning, and I'm like, I am talking some shit. And then I realise that nobody else has been paying attention to anything I've been saying because they can't follow a conversation. I'm like, nah, I'm crushing this.
Yeah. So fucking Stanley actually fucking ran outside, ripped his top off, grabbed his head, had existential dread, his fucking impending doom, screaming at the mountain. So we'll put a Jeff t-shirt on him.
To make him feel better.
To make him feel better. And then we brought him back upstairs and we played a card game of Cyanide and Happiness, which is that Cards Against Humanity game, Cyanide and Happiness. And he thought we were all acting and would set up the game, and the cards that he got were like key features in his life that were like almost like tarot cards and were revealing things about his past and his future and shit. So he was having this massive fucking crisis.
But that also just says how much we are absolute fucking cunts that he's like, oh, that's something they do. In my worst moment was they would specifically...
Oh, and Ryan convinced him that we did do it. We're like, they cards were for you.
I think he just meant those cards were for you in the sense that those were the ones dealt out.
Oh, no, Cullen knew what he was doing because it was afterwards the next day. He realised, I realised you're having a fucking crisis, and I just pretended that everything that you were saying was true.
And this is
we were horrible.
This is from Ryan Cullen, who, when we eventually went out at about 10 or 11, Cullen, we were out until 5 in the morning in Amsterdam. Cullen thought we were out for half an hour.
Yeah.
That is a 6-hour...
Yeah, but I feel
had full conversations with him in that.
Yeah, and he was one of the people, because there's only 4 of us that were on shrooms, and he was one of them. And I can see how he had that time dilation, because the next day when I found out we went out 9 till 4, my instant reaction was like, we weren't out that long. But then when I pieced together and started remembering things that happened, I was like, oh, right, so my brain's just condensed that into a zip file.
Right. I do have proper, like, I definitely do not remember 7 hours of it. I know probably about, like, the trailers. If each of those hours you were to release a movie trailer for that was like 3 minutes long, I've seen all the movie trailers and I know I'm in the movie. Can't remember my lines.
Yeah,
can't remember what I said.
Well, do you know the next day as well? I looked at my phone and I had 11 missed calls, and they were all from every one of you guys.
Oh, so you must have disappeared. How'd you though?
No, I was definitely always with Elliot.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, again, that's probably why we thought you were lost then.
So there was a bit where I vaguely remember putting me and him in a bar that I recognised. I was like, I've seen that bar before, let's just go and sit in it. And then I just think he's eventually found us. I don't know if I answered the phone or if he did. But I remember, instead of moving around looking for you, we just put ourselves somewhere.
Smart move.
Yeah.
I've trained you well.
Oh, holy fuck, man. I don't know how we got through it. Like, that was... But what was fucking hilarious was Andrew Stanley coming back like a phoenix from the flames. Because bear in mind, when I tell you this story about him running across the street and grabbing his head and his T-shirts off, and he's like, what is happening? This isn't helping. And all that shit. This was at like 6 p.m. This was pre-drinks.
Aye.
This is pre-drinks. So there's a moment later on in the night out where I do remember he was like back in the game and he was singing, like taking the piss out of people. And we're like, oh fuck, he's back. Like, he's probably back in it. And then someone who he slammed went, you can't talk. You were fucking running across the road with your top off grabbing your head. And Stanley just went, yeah, it's called being a legend. What do you think I come to Amsterdam for? And fucking sit and chat. I was just getting on it.
Because I find his rules, like, Stanley will do mushrooms and other drugs, but will not smoke weed.
Probably shouldn't. See what happens with his paranoia.
Man, we smoked a lot of weed. You and
you
me.
were trying to put me down.
Man, you and me got into the dumbest standoff I have ever had in my entire life, which was 12 o'clock in the afternoon on the Tuesday. We just had so much weed left, and I just kept rolling joints. And I mean, fat, thick, like 2/3 weed to 1 tobacco just to get the burning right. And the second I was done smoking, I'd roll another one, and it was just like, I'm going to knock one of us out. We got through 12 of them.
It was like a game of Russian roulette, but there wasn't a live bullet.
No. It was the most... Oh, God, I was high. It was wonderful. And then the next day, I'm back into town at about 7, got some ribs, and got stoned again.
Yeah,
Legends.
we done it again the next night, but everything was done on the first night. It was a good session.
It was great.
Session, like,
fucking nailed it.
While, like, that was a proper.
Right, just for all the pussies listening, just know that everyone listening to this apart from us would have died.
Oh yeah, it was more of a suicide attempt, really.
Aye, than anything else. But just let you know, like, don't. The thing is, we don't say don't do drugs. We just say don't do drugs or drink to the level that we do it, because we're better at it than all of you. So
I've been trained for that moment all my life.
I mean, you don't just fucking look at CM Punk stepping into the fucking octagon with Mickey Gall at the UFC. That's you, right? You've been drinking in the WWE for years and years and years. You're like, oh, I'm cool. I can have a session. No, you can't. No, you can't.
You know what I think? You know when people talk to you about, like, oh, you don't know tiredness until you've had children. You don't know what it's like to be tired. I'm like, okay, try and go toe-to-toe with me in Glastonbury. All right, see if you can last from fucking Wednesday till Monday in Glastonbury with me. Right, you'll be dying to get home where you can fucking tuck your children in at 7. Watch the soaps.
So now we are in Romania, where we've never been.
In Transylvania.
And I have had a friend send through 12 things I bet you didn't know about Romania, Kai.
12 things I bet I didn't know about Romania. I bet I can match you with facts that you didn't know off the top of my head.
About Romania?
Yeah.
Right, go for it. Okay. Romania has one of the happiest cemeteries on earth.
It's because they're all undead.
What?
It's because they're all undead. They're all still alive.
No, it's
Chilling.
it's just loads of colourful pictures of dead people.
Okay. Right. So here's a little fact about Romania for you. In Transylvania, the vampires that were known for sucking blood, it was actually mistranslated over the years. And when they say the vampires are bloodsuckers, they used to just blow the LA gang, the Bloods. They would suck them off. It's part of their allegiance.
Yeah, because
Crips come to Transylvania, safe as fuck. Bloods
no
come here, getting noshed to death.
Because the Crips famously started in 1424.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, they just started turf war.
I don't know a fact about mistranslation that is true. Is, you know, in the Bible and the Quran and all that stuff. So that was all originally written in Aramaic, which one of the very, very ancient first sort of languages. Just after they changed from writing in cuneiform, which is like a wedge-shaped writing. But Aramaic eventually became like they wrote in squares, which was very weird and easy to mistranslate. And the word virgins, and it was constantly mistranslated. Mary Magdalene, in the original translation, was described as a virgin, which she was. But the term for a virgin back there was not someone who had had sex. It was a term for a young woman, which Mary Magdalene was. She would have been about 12 or 13 years old, which was standard
So virgin
practice.
just means maiden?
Maiden, aye. And Joseph was a fucking nonce, mate. He was probably about 35.
He was 35?
Probably, noncing around.
And how old was the Virgin Mary?
About 13. And in fact,
Mary Magdalene, the Virgin Mary?
Was not a virgin.
That's Jesus is Mary.
Aye.
You got it with a bit his mother's name?
Aye.
That's weird.
Piss.
That'd be fucking weird if I was dating a Linda. Kind of odd.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't Mary Magdalene, no, it was his Mary. Oh, no, it was the original Virgin Mary, who wasn't a virgin. And that's also where the mistranslation for the 72 virgins.
So they're just going to get 72 young'uns in heaven?
Even worse for the...
Fucking blowing people up so they get nonce on in heaven.
No, it's grapes.
Grapes?
Grapes. They get grapes. Like...
mugs.
They're going up for a fucking bottle of Sauvignon Blanc that they can't even drink.
Oh, God. Because they can't even ferment the grapes.
So it's translated... Grapes were called pearls of the earth. And were a sign of wealth back then, so it was like 72 grapes. And it wasn't for suicide bombing, it was just like if you got up there, it was something that you were given.
Imagine how misled you'd feel.
I just gone up there to be fed some fucking grapes, not even seedless. Spitting out the pips. Be like, am I not even getting a woman to feed this for me? Nah, it's only blokes up here, mate.
Nah, just loads of blokes with 72 grapes and should make them last you here for eternity. Fucking nibble a tiny little corner off your grape.
I was driving that fucking thing into a school, you fucking mug. Enjoy your 72 grapes for eternity. You can be hungry. Shall I go into more Romania facts?
Oh God, I don't know how many I can fabricate.
Romania inventors have changed the world. I was boring, not doing that one. I'm not reading any further.
You just want to go off the headline.
Romania is Europe's richest country in gold resources.
I am not buying that. I've just drove through fucking Cluj.
Cluj.
Was this like concrete buildings?
It is the thing. What I find with most of like Eastern Europe is the outskirts of every city are exactly what someone who voted for Brexit thinks it looks like. Like it's just like, oh God, it's war torn. There's vandalism everywhere. But the second you get into the city centre of any of these places, you go, holy fucking shit.
Yeah. It's like a centrifuge of rubble.
This one will fascinate you.
On the outside.
This one will fascinate you.
Oh, please fascinate me.
Romania boasts the world's largest administrative building. They boast about it.
But they don't have it. They just boast.
Aye. It's over there. It's because nobody's going to fact check that.
Massive dick, not getting it out though.
Aye. See that building over there? Yeah. It's the largest administrative building. Oh, I'm going to trust you because why would I research that? Been getting away with it for years. Romania's national currency is leu, which means lion in English.
So it's not €8?
Nah.
Oh, fuck's sake, I need a cash point. This day gets worse.
The largest population of brown bears in Europe lives in Romania. And that's what
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Just land that on us as I'm about to walk the streets.
Well, apparently they've got the most bear sanctuaries in Romania because they've also got like the highest rate of abusing bears, which just shows you how fucking hard Romanians are. Like in the UK, our sanctuaries are for abused cats, abused dogs, abused kids, and abused donkeys. Now, I'm not being a dick, but I could beat any one of those cunts in a fight. That's fair.
Yeah.
Those are easy. You shouldn't, but those are easy to
bear,
abuse.
you didn't abuse it, you just beat it.
Aye, just beat it up. If you can abuse a bear...
Like, that means a child can abuse me.
Yeah.
Like, I get abused by a child. You're like, no, you're the predator in this. Right? You can abuse him on nothing. Right? The whole bear thing, the bear's abusing you.
But apparently they're hard enough to abuse bears. And look, abusing animals is absolutely wrong, but that takes stones, mate.
Yeah. I abused a shark the other week. I'm in trouble.
I won't be swimming around these waters anymore.
Bopped it on the nose. Come to bite us. Bopped it on the nose. Swam off, cried.
I gave it a Chinese burn on its fin. I said uncle.
Fish hooked it right in the gills.
Oil checked it. I don't even know if sharks have bum holes. They must, do they?
They've got to have a bum hole.
Well,
else you're going to rape it.
Spent all this time chasing down the shark, and I can't even fuck it. It's political correctness gone mad.
Yeah, get the dolphins back.
Oh, they practice nasal sex, you know that?
They actually fuck each other in the nostril.
Aye, sluts.
They just got one nostril.
The blowhole.
Yeah.
Aye.
Is that a nostril?
I think so.
Well, it's got a nose. Can't be a nostril. It's like operates as a nostril.
Aye,
But I think a nostril's got to be on your nose, right?
nah.
It's got to be a backstril.
Nah. No, just because we have nostrils on our feet, like other people, like elephants have got their nostrils down there. Oh, that is their nose.
I mean, my belly button's a nostril. It's got everything nostril. Butthole's a nostril.
I mean, I'd hate if my asshole was a nostril.
I've tried putting coke in all of them. Amsterdam was fucking crazy. What can I say?
Where's all the coke guys in Kai's belly button? He's storing it for winter. Greedy guys.
Winter.
Literal greedy guts. Oh, right. We've chatted enough shite.
No, I haven't.
What you got to say then?
More facts about Romania.
Oh, right, I've only got two more.
The Romanian football team in 1996 all bleached their hair for the entire Euro 96 tournament.
Yeah, but you don't know why.
They just bleached their hair. They're just being lads.
Make them go faster.
Lads being friends.
Does it make them go faster?
It's just camaraderie. It just builds morale. You know, in Champ, when like the morale of players can go down, they bleach their hair, put the morale up a little bit, makes all their stats apply.
Well, from bleach hair. So it's like,
just doing something.
So when you bleached your hair when you were a kid, is that because you were a massive fan of the Romanian football team, or were you just a fucking weapon?
I just didn't want to be ginger.
That's fair.
Just bleach up me ginger, like no one would be able to tell by me freckles.
And the fact that you'd been ginger your whole life, and your name was Gingy.
The fact I stunk of piss.
Right. The only gold museum in Europe.
Here?
Yep.
So they love that gold, right?
I love it. Bling bling.
Why haven't they posted about that?
Instead of that
Oh,
big...
I've got this massive building. What about all the gold? Look at this building, though.
It's huge.
Massive.
Oh, it's not as big as other buildings, but
What
like...
about that building full of gold over there? I'm humble about that one.
It's quite small, that one, actually. It's not as tall, though. It was the first city lit by electric street lamps in continental Europe.
Well, here's a little fact. They have the electric festival at the castle.
It's true, that's not one of
Is
your
that?
bullshit
And that's
facts.
some shit.
Aye. Well, actually, you know some shit. One of our drivers, Flava Flav, told you that.
Flava gives a shout.
Her name's Flavia.
Had the gold on.
Her name's Flavia, but we've obviously called her Flava Flav, which is a reference. I don't know if she'll get... Do you get Flava Flav in Romania?
What, the rapper?
Aye.
Is he from Public Enemy?
Don't know.
I profess to know me rap music, but I've never really given
Do you boast about it?
I boast about it. I know he wears a big clock, doesn't he?
Flava Flav. Oh, yeah.
In his 50s, he still cracks on with his clock. Oh, this is my thing. This is the affectation that I like.
That must be...
I like to wear a clock around my neck. Cause,
that must be one of the shittest things about being a rapper, right? Because if you're an actor, you can age gracefully because like, you just go for like older roles. And like other musicians as well, like you just adapt and you sing. Like if you're a rapper... Your decision on what you look like for the rest of your fucking life is made by the 17-year-old version of
you're
you.
a 50-year-old bloke with cornrows, you call yourself Snoop. Snoop Doggy Dog. Fucking pet name off your bed. Fucking Snoop Dogg, fucking grow up. Oh, Snoop Lion, you think that's grown up? Call yourself Snoop Lion, get a fucking grip yourself. Smoke weed every day. He's dead now, he shouldn't have smoked weed every day. Nate should have sung smoke weed in moderation. Have a little word with yourselves. Like, just let it go at the age of 30. Just, oh shit, like, I'm 34 to smoke weed.
Imagine if, right, what would you be now, right, if you had made a career out of the 17-year-old you and you just had to stick it?
I'd have bleach hair. I'd have Kibosh written on the back of my Barcelona top.
You'd be a virgin.
I'd straighten my hair. Be fucking loads of bitches.
Nah.
But I let all that go. I put away the glory days. I put the glory days down, settle down.
I hung the shirt up.
I hung up the kibosh shape.
You couldn't have gotten laid much back in your day.
I did alright, you know.
Did you?
I did okay. I did good.
I mean, you're not...
You know what, I went from girlfriend to girlfriend, so like I had short spells of being single.
Aye.
I had a spell in, when would it have been? 2012, before I met Natalie, then in 2011.
I know then. No, I knew you then.
I was in comedy then, but that was more...
Yeah, I'm talking like when you were 17, 18.
Well, another time as well, when I broke up with my missus when I was 22. And I was
and you cried?
I was about 23. A little bit of cry. Yeah. Crocodile tears. Just gotta let them see that. You just gotta make sure you don't look like a fucking sociopath.
Aye.
I did that alright. Got back in the game. I was a good dancer. I was a good dancer, so I got on the dance floor, just worked my magic.
Yeah.
Girls would fall like dominoes. Would I?
I'm not. What moves do you have?
Me, Matty and Khan used to go out. We used to call ourselves the Schmooze Council.
Oh,
Get on the red line and look at girls and talk about what we'd like to do.
and then not do them.
It.
And then not do it.
Mm-mm.
Treacherous.
I don't know. To be honest, I was just like a slut in the leisure centre. I had like it was an incestuous workplace.
Nah, you fucked your mum.
So I would just rattle and run the sports centre, weren't we?
Did you ever fuck in the pool?
Just kids. Yeah, but I didn't finish in there.
Oh, that's nice. That's good of you.
Rude.
Yeah, that is rude.
Yeah.
I mean, because Spanks floats, does it?
It's like, it would have been like being in a lava lamp, mate. Just swimming around a lava lamp. Would have been like a level from Echo the Dolphin. You got to clean up the sewage. Fair, yeah, sonic boom at the fucking floaty bulbous messes.
Oh, where did you come then? Jacuzzi.
Sauna.
Oh, not in the hot rocks.
In a hot rocks.
In a her sauna.
Aye. Turned into a steam room.
Right, should we do Muggle Corner?
Yeah, please. Can I get off my teenage sex life?
We could get on to mine, but mine was alright, I reckon.
Yeah, well, you were going out with Alison for most of your days.
I spent so between the ages,
yes.
from the ages of like 15 to 18, single, then with Alison for 2.5 years, and then just a disgusting slut after that for a while. I say slut. I have to say that for the women listeners.
Well, you've always relied on your stature in the industry. You've always enjoyed on being a public figure and people generally knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Like I've rarely ever seen you when you were single seal the deal with someone that didn't know you before you met.
That's true. Just does well. No, but that's the thing. Like my problem with chatting up girls, even to this day, is just like there's so many. The reasons I don't do it. Like, just going up to talk to a girl, right? She might be in a relationship. She might not be there to pick up. She might be meeting someone else. She might be a lesbian. She might be bisexual. She might be pansexual. She might not be in the mood. Like, she might have just gone out of a bad breakup. Her dad might just... All this stuff. And then it's just be good. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm not... It's...
I hate that, just, like, starting... When you're single, starting chatting.
Yeah.
Like, just going into a pub or a nightclub where there's loud music playing. And that's why, like, you'll get people who are just, like quite attractive people that are, like, they'll have gravity, you know? If I'm in a nightclub, I'm so disarmed.
Yeah.
Like, I need my chat to get me through the game.
Yeah, I'm not getting by on my looks. Like,
no one's coming to grind up against me on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Not to get the violins out here. I know where my strengths are. Dance floor ain't it.
Yeah, same with me. With, like, my chat is good, but I need the opener. I can't do the opening. I can't start chatting to you. That's why I like Tinder, because Tinder gets rid of all that. Like, the second you're talking to someone on Tinder, you know they like you because you can only talk to them if they like you. And then, so that's like a level of like, okay, so you've both shown interest. And then in order to even get on a date with the person, you've got to have chat for a bit. You've got to prove that you're not a psychopath or a murderer, or just sending massive dick pics, which I've never understood.
Yeah, so the thing with Tinder, do you think it's safer with Tinder than it is with meeting someone at a bar because they can pull a file on you, they can find information about you, they can search your name, they can go on your Facebook.
I totally think so.
But if you just chat to a guy in the bar, like, you're just kind of like they're just taking your word for what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't mind that background check. Like, if girls want to find out more about me, I'm like, sure, go ahead. Like, if that makes you feel safer going on a date than it does I just can't chat girls up in bars.
Yeah.
Mind you, once Mark Smith, comedian, I was talking to him about this years and years ago. He's like, you just need to learn to talk to girls in a nightclub. I was like, nah, I can't do that, mate. And he took me properly under his wing in a nightclub. And he was just like, the girl was looking at me. He's like, she's looking at you. I'm like, wow, she could be looking at anyone. He was like, she's looking at you. Go up and say hi. and ask her if you can buy her a drink. I'm like, Mark, I don't think it's that simple, Mark. Come on now, come on, Mark. He went, go buy her a drink. I'm like, can I buy her a drink? She was like, yeah. I was like, oh, cool. Spoke to her for like 15 minutes. And Mark was like, we should go somewhere else, get her number. I was like, Mark, I've known her for 15 minutes. I can't just get her number. It's like, what, you're going to hack her phone or something? He went, let's go up and ask her for a number. I'm like, Marcus, stop. It doesn't work this way. Went up, can I have your number? She was like, sure, how about a kiss? And I'm like, the fuck is this?
She said, how about a kiss?
Aye.
Did you just rewrite history on it? She just say,
no?
You say, can I have your number? And she went, how about a kiss?
As well. Aye.
Oh, fucking buy one, get one free.
In for a penny.
Yep. Should I ask for 2 numbers?
Can I get your mates as well?
Email address as well.
No,
how about a fingering? Oh, this is easy. Hey, can I have your address?
Aye.
So, I found way more easier talking to girls when I was single if I wasn't hitting on them. You know, like if you just get it out your head that there's an end game. The minute you get it out your head, like, oh, I want to hopefully get this girl's number.
Is your massive life hack right now, pretend women are people?
What? No, but this is, it's honestly, this is what it is. As horrific as that sounds. But when you're single and you're young and you're a man and you've got that one-track mind where you go out drinking, and that is your goal to try and pull. But the minute you stop trying to pull is the minute you start pulling.
Yeah. And it is, the second you stop, the second sex stops being the end game and it's going out and having fun, you'll end up having sex just naturally. Yeah,
and when you can talk to a girl as well and be able to be comfortable with her leaving and you might not see her again.
Yeah, just remember, women owe you nothing.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Like literally nothing. Buy them as many drinks as you want. Nothing. Like, it's not a restaurant.
But yeah, I feel like in a relationship, like I feel like my girlfriend's so safe because I have to actually chase anything to get it. You know, like I just need to stay. If you're in a relationship, you stay away from temptation, and that's quite easy for me to do. I feel sorry for the fucking Tiger Woods of the world who are clearly having supermodels throw themselves at them all the time.
It's dead easy for you not to cheat.
Yeah,
because you're rancid.
Well,
do you have more respect for Natalie? Since she's hot as fuck and doesn't cheat.
I feel like she's taking one for the team.
Like, she must get offers on the, like, even if she had an iPhone, I reckon if Natalie were to download Tinder, it would turn into a Samsung Galaxy.
I like to think that she bores people to death by just talking about how lovely her boyfriend is every time they chat her up. That's what I like to think. I'm not saying it's happening. This is the world I've created. It's my little comfort bubble. You know what, though? I am so comfortable with the fact that if people are buying Natalie drinks, the whole, like, she owes them nothing.
Yeah.
I am so happy with other dudes buying my girlfriend drinks.
I'm
happy with her, like, chatting to them and fucking smiling into their eyes while they're getting drinks.
Yeah.
That doesn't spark any jealousy at all.
I've never been a jealous person, really. And sometimes so unjealous to the point where, like, my ex-girlfriend Lauren called me arrogant, and this might be true, but she was like, what would you do if I cheated on you? And I was like, laugh. Like, I'd laugh. Not because, like, don't get me wrong, I'd be upset because obviously the relationship would be over, but never assume that me being single is a punishment.
Yeah.
Never assume that, like, oh, well, I'm gonna go back to being able to do what I want with my evenings, like go out and have, like, not have, hang out with my friends whenever I want on a whim.
Yeah, because being single, it shouldn't be terrifying. You should find so much comfort in being single that when you meet someone, they are better than that. They are not saving you from that.
That's exactly it.
A girlfriend or a boyfriend shouldn't save you from being single.
No, exactly. I think, like, whenever you fall in love, it should be, and get into a relationship, it should be proper reluctant. Like, it should be, you shouldn't be like, yes, I'm in a relationship. It should be like, oh, fuck.
Oh, I felt like I was doomed.
Oh, fuck, I really love this person. God damn it. This person I love so much and care about so much, I now don't want to fuck anyone else. God fucking damn it, what massive inconvenience. Like, that to me is what it should be, as opposed to, oh, phew, yes.
I couldn't have been happier being single when I met Natalie, and she was a proper spanner in the works. It was a total game changer. There was a point where I'm just like, I can't let this slide.
No.
I've got to walk away from the
You're
table.
never doing better.
Nah.
Never doing better.
I mean, Natalie, if you're listening, try us, bitch. Just try us, dump us, see what happens.
Did
I mean, please don't. I'm begging you, please.
Please stay. Natalie, also for my safety, could you not just because I'd hate to have to pick a side. I mean, I know you think you're confident, but I wouldn't be. I'm not walking around in a Team Humphries shirt straight away. Because the thing is, if you and Natalie break up, it's you that fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Like there's not a scenario where you and her break up and
because I'm like,
right,
I've finally had enough.
Aye.
I've finally had enough with this mess.
Aye, she made my ex over easy this morning.
Let's get a life together.
Yeah. So if that would be why I couldn't take your team, because there's not a scenario where you break up with her and it's not your fault. And I've
is that in a way not even more tragic?
because she's my friend now.
Is that not even more that I'm the one that needs people?
She's not even like Kai's girlfriend to me. She's my friend, Natalie. I text her.
Yeah.
She calls me sometimes. We dirty talk.
You text her more than me on this tour. Every time I've told her something about like the Jeff shirt or something like that, she's like, "Oh yeah, I know. Danny sent us a picture."
Yeah. Just to remind her of who's in charge. Breathing down your neck. Right, should we do Muggle?
Just waiting for their moment to pounce.
Oh. Muggle Corner. Now, for those of you that haven't listened to the podcast before, this is a part of the podcast where essentially we call people that we find a bit dull and tedious and non-essential to the human race, like evolution-wise. If none of these people were there, that would matter.
However, we both and you guys all fall into the bracket of being a Muggle sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes the indicators of what makes you a Muggle. Sometimes people have every Muggle trait and they light up as a Muggle.
Yeah.
You'll know them in your life. You'll
Muggle
like,
beacons, and you just and it doesn't make them bad people. It does not. Muggles are normally lovely, harmless people, but they're not bad people. They just suck at being people. So this is where we nominate 3 things each that belong in Muggle Corner. If you are guilty of any of the things, you have to stand in the corner for 30 seconds to think about what a pathetic little fucking Muggle you are.
And I'm going to go first.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think we've got the same thing. Because it happened today.
Oh, I know exactly which one this is.
Right, say it after 3. 1,
2, 3. Muggles clap when the plane lands. Oh. I only experience it in America normally, and that is because 95% of Americans are Muggles, and that's not an exact. That's just because there's a huge population. There's 300 fucking million of them. That means 15 million of them not Muggles. Rest of them all treacherous fucking Muggles. But clapping when the plane lands. What did you think it was gonna do? Like, would you boo if it crashed?
It's the minimum requirement.
Like, it's
minimum.
Like, it would. I do have to. Like, if the plane crashes, are you there going boo? No,
boo,
boo,
get off?
Yeah. Oh, like it's.
However, we expect people to clap when our job ends.
That is true.
As stand-up comedians, we leave the stage and people clap. And all we've done is our job. Yet we expected we would be like not heartbroken. But
no.
We might be heartbroken.
No.
If you walk off stage to people not clapping.
The bare minimum of a comedy show, I would argue, is I've only promised I'm going to stand on stage and tell what I think are jokes for 60 minutes. You might disagree with the jokes, but I've fulfilled my job then.
Yeah. And they clap us on. We don't clap on takeoff.
Yeah, like your job is to land the fucking plane.
But also, I'm going to defend our corner as comedians. The whole clapping when we walk on stage, clapping when we walk off, occasionally when we're on stage, is to add atmosphere, because that gig isn't just our responsibility, it's theirs too. That plane would fly exactly the same without passengers on it. You know, the gig wouldn't go exactly the same without audience members in it. So the fact that us and the audience are a team, and we build the atmosphere together, we create that together, and everything that happens is us working together. That is not what's happening on the plane. So that's what takes us out
at no point was my hand out the fucking window flapping or steering the fucking wings. I just don't understand. If you are one of those muggles that do it, can you please explain why you do it? Like, are you congratulating the pilot? Is that what it is? Are you happy that you've landed? What?
Do you think the pilot likes it? Do you think the pilot hears the smattering of applause from behind that door and goes, yeah? Do
you reckon when it's only like 3 of them that do it, he's just like, tough crowd?
Yeah, fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
That crowd's got no chemistry. He tried to start a round of applause but didn't quite have the leadership skills.
No. For those of you that don't know, there are many stock lines that we both have that we hate of each other's. And one of Kai's is, whenever someone starts, I can see it coming a fucking mile off. If an audience member claps once and no one else joins in, he always goes, oh, look at you. Tried to start a round of applause but didn't quite have the leadership skills. And everyone laughs because it's hilarious. It's not. He's not making it up. He's a liar. Does
Well,
it every
I said
gig?
it for the first time once, and I thought it was funny when I said it, and all of them thought it was funny. And then the next time, I was like, oh, but they're just hearing it for the first time too. So then I just said it for the second time, and now I've said it for the 1 millionth time.
Oh, overly
Now we
done.
have to hear
Right. So I think we both agree. Clapping when an airplane lands. You are just a pathetic muggle. Like, it's so... There's no... Give us the logic to it. Otherwise, get in that fucking corner and clap for 30 seconds. You muggly fuck. Muggles...
So did you have that?
Yeah, I did.
Right, cool.
Muggles don't use real swear words. And also adding into that, like, when they're swearing online, they'll put, like, asterisks in.
Yeah.
Grow up, you fucking child. People that go, oh, darn. Oh, gosh darn it. Mate, we're all adults. And even
Bull crap.
fizz.
Do you know, putting this podcast on, I put the word bullshit in once, and it asterisked out the shit on iTunes, so it looks like we've put asterisks in.
Just to make us seem like little dweebs.
Yeah.
Does it mean we have to stand
I can't
recording?
believe they'd embarrass us like that.
It's the worst thing with Facebook. Like, the reason I'm bad at getting into constant arguments with my agent about promoting on Facebook is part of who I am is I call the audience cunts to swear at them like they're my mates. My audience are my friends, and as you know, I'm horrible to my friends. So whenever I'm on tour, I'm like, "What's up, cunts? I'm going on tours to some of the shitholes that you fuckers live in," and Facebook like, "Oh, we can't. You got to do another one, and you've got to post it without swear words in," and I'm like, I'm not doing that because that doesn't sound... Imagine if I went to my fans, hey guys and gals, just to let you know, very excited to be going on tour. Can't wait to see you all in the lovely places that you live in. Please come on down and meet the world to me and Kai. Nah.
Oh shucks, guys, it's going to be mighty swell. It would be a great deal to me and Kai if you guys come along and have laugh with us.
Jiminy Crimmets, help my bulb. I'm foaming at the mouth with excitement, me. I'm gadzooks.
So, replacement swear words.
And here's the thing. People that go, you can't swear in front of children. Here's why you are wrong. If you have ever sworn in front of a child over the age of 5, you understand how funny it is to children when you swear. It's very easy to tell a child that you can swear, but they cannot, because that becomes part of the... You're not going to stop children from swearing. You're just not. I've called my brothers cunt since they were 5. They've never said the word cunt back, because they know they're not allowed to say it.
But they both seem a bit brain damaged. They both seem like they've seen some things.
Yeah, but there's used to be
You've ruined them, dude.
Nah.
They're fucked.
Nah, they're pure cunts. Act like a cunt, die like a cunt. Like,
if the shoe fits. Nah, they're good kids.
Also, I got told off for swearing in front of a 8-month-old baby. I was talking to a friend, I went, oh, for fuck's sake. Someone went, dude. I was like, if that baby says fuck, you owe me money.
That's a miracle.
I would be thrilled if my little baby, his first word was fuck or muggle.
Medical science has been...
overwhelmed.
Records have been broken.
For a kid saying fuck.
How old actually, when do they start speaking? Is it 8 months?
I don't
it's
know.
after that, isn't it?
Nah.
So 8 months would be like a breakthrough if the
A
kid
proper breakthrough.
his flaps.
That's a genius of a baby. Like, say if you were like, oh, you want some milk? I obviously can't. Smart kid.
You know, I don't swear in front of my girlfriend's parents.
Oh, really?
I got asked not to do that, yeah.
Oh, no, that I can understand for a period of time. Like, I'll tone it down because that...
It's decorum, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got
I wouldn't swear in front of my granddad. I wouldn't, back in the day, I wouldn't have sworn in front of him. But saying that, like, I would have been a lot younger.
Yeah, maybe I don't swear. But then again, I don't replace the words. That's my thing.
Yeah.
I solve my lexicon to get around the problem.
I used to do swimming teaching, so I would get the hang of being able to switch it on and switch it off. But when I went to my girlfriend's parents for the first time, so...
Put armbands on her dad. Just go back into the swing of things. Used to not swear and be like, brush your ears.
1, 2, bubbles, breathe. Touch your pocket, touch the ceiling. Fucking Bobby, touch your pockets, touch the fucking song. I blew like get angry when you're not swimming properly. We had a little skit. So I went there and I thought I hadn't swore, but then she said, Natalie said afterwards, she rhymed off all the things I said, and at one point I called Susan Boyle a cockblock, and I can't even think what the context of that was, but must have been doing a bit.
Aye, Susan Boyle. You called Susan Boyle. Was that like your first time meeting her?
I've never met Susan Boyle. She was meant to be a Bathgate
fucking
gig, so...
twat. Your girlfriend's parents.
Oh, I thought you meant Susan Boyle.
Why would I have meant Susan Boyle?
Because apparently she cockblocked it. I mean, is that not the story you'd like to find out?
I mean, I would, but clearly you don't know the context it was in. How would she cockblock you?
I don't know. Cock-blocked by Susan Boyle. I honestly don't know how that happened.
I'm also just curious why that would come up in conversation. Why are you talking about cock blocking anyway?
I don't know. I'm just good at dinner parties. I'm good at dinner parties. I have out there stories. I certainly make shit up. That was the first time I met them. Yeah.
Oh, fucking good one.
Yeah, as well. It was getting cold outside, and our dad brought us a jacket to put on. He brought us a fleece to put on, and then
he said, "Fucking thanks."
Nah, I think he might have been covering up my tattoos.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I was new there.
No, because he's not Muslim.
He's not. He's just a respectable, really decent, sweet man.
See, my grandparents hate swearing and my tattoos.
Yeah.
So I will say though, like when I do have a girlfriend, and if I meet my girlfriend's parents, they're going to be devastated when we break up. Parents love me. I can proper flick on the charm. Like exactly what you said. They're going to the separate person, the yes or no sort of through. Still cheeky enough that like the mum likes me and nice.
Oh yeah, you're not giving a full misinterpretation of yourself, but man, you'll get down on a jigsaw.
Oh, mate, I'll throw down.
Man, I threw down like nobody's business.
No.
I got all the edges done. I even done a little bit of the sky. Nobody wants to do the sky bit.
Just did it.
Oh, but I just stepped up to the plate.
Our mum was doing the cat, and I was like, you know what? I've got the eye here, but I'm just going to leave the eye near so she can find it by herself.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, just sort the sky by myself.
Yeah.
Fucking legend. And I'll dump you, and your mum will be devastated.
That jigsaw's not going to finish itself.
Right. So if you use shit swear words.
So I think operating decorum is fine.
Yeah, but if it's part of your daily fucking lexicon, if you
work in the service industry, don't like that guy at Subway.
Oh, he was amazing.
Where he went, do you want some of this shit? Talking about the cheese.
Oh,
you want some of this shit?
You want some of this shit in your
sandwich?
sandwich?
The guy, what he done there, he knows he's in a service industry. He's not meant to say stuff like, do you want some of this shit? But he checked his audience. He looked at the shop and went, let's drop the fucking show. We're all people. Do you want some of this shit?
And we did?
Yeah, I'll have some of that shit.
We absolutely did want some of that shit. Right, well, you've got two more to do since you stole mine.
Well, we both had the same one. Anybody that's got... Because I used to see this when I was delivering newspapers, and I know it's a thing on people's doors, but when people have got signs up saying, like, no junk mail, no canvassing, no salesman, or whatever, like, who's that bothered by putting that junk mail in the bin that they're going to go into fucking wherever, Wilco's or Poundland, and get a stupid little sign that you put a sticker on your window? Just chuck your fucking junk mail in the bin.
Aye.
Just let it mount up.
I got a lot of junk mail. I just put it. I don't flinch. Doesn't ruin my day. Also, like, I've never delivered stuff like that, but I can't imagine a fucking little sign's going to be like, oh, well, the sign says this is an official sign.
Yeah,
like, you can't just get this from any fucking shop.
It says Dear Occupier on this letter. I probably shouldn't put it through this because of the sticker that's up. You're just going to fuck that muggle, just give him his junk mail anyway.
Yeah,
what's he going to do? Well, the fucking lawyer's going to listen to his sticker. Fucking prick.
In fact, you know what? You're getting the junk mail from everyone in this street, you fucking nerd. Clearly it bothers you.
Honestly, your letterbox is now where my chewing gum goes on every fucking round. You fucking bell end. Junk mail. And anyway, no canvassing. What's canvassing?
Is that no? Yeah, we're putting posters up in windows.
Who's putting posters up on people's houses?
I've never seen
no canvassing.
I've never seen anyone say no canvassing on a house. That's normally for shops.
Nah, it's on houses as well.
Is it?
See it on my pet around, aye. No canvassing.
Fucking Banksy just working your streets.
Banksy?
Aye.
You're thinking of canvases like where you get a print?
Yeah.
I don't think that's what it is.
What is it then?
I think it's like something to do with salesmen, something to do with like Jehovah's Witnesses might be canvassers. I don't know.
But God, there are people. I do feel sorry for some of the listeners in this podcast, specifically my mother.
That knows who a canvasser is.
No, just who knows more, because we're idiots. And sometimes we sound intelligent on stage, people assume
Speak for yourself.
I will.
You nearly got offended by that.
I did. I was like, hold on,
who's been insulted here? Oh God, the joke's just collapsed on itself because now I'm being an idiot.
We're fucking idiots, so they're sorry that you have to listen to two morons talk about shit they don't understand. But that's what you get for listening to a podcast with two blokes in it. If you want to listen to a fucking intelligent podcast where people think things through, why don't you go listen to one with a fucking chick in it who does some research? Sophie Hagen's got a great podcast. Go listen to her.
Yeah, it's well
researched. Probably they don't have things to fill the silence. Probably everyone's laughing all the time. Go listen to that.
But muggles.
No, muggles. Yeah, no, I'll totally agree. Like, just there's, like, that is the lowest form of policing. Like, people are just like, I'm in charge of this. Those are the same people who complain about hedges, being like, your hedge is coming into my yard. Well, sort it then. It's bothering you. I don't give a fuck if you cut my hedge. I've got better things going on.
Your vibrations are coming into my airwaves, so fucking 1-1. Right? So...
You're cupcaking me with your eyes, with your fucking visual appearance on the daily. Turn out to my fucking door. Excuse me.
Bushes encroaching on my garden. I can't imagine a world where that would bother us. Where I'm pacing the floor but next door's bush.
Be like, oh.
You just can't deal with it.
You cut it down yourself.
I just
you think I'm going to complain
just
about
have a bit of that bush in your garden?
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not homely enough. Maybe I travel and wander too much. Maybe I live in hotels a bit much to understand the gripes of keeping a home.
Well, no. So I've had one recently, but my neighbours are fucking sound as fuck. So we've got a big ass tree in our garden that was grown up, and it's like 3 floors, and the trees never bother me because I'm never in that garden. And our neighbour, who is lovely, she was like, "Hey, the neighbours just had their tree cut. Your tree is literally, it's pushing against our window now, so when it windy, it's banging against the thing, it's blocking our view, and our satellite's up there, so we're not getting good feed. Would you mind cutting that tree down? We'll chip in." Now, in that sense, I'm like, oh, absolutely.
And that was a conversation, not a complaint.
That was a conversation. She even offered to pay. She was like, I'll chip in for it. And I was like, no. Like,
Mug snatched that money.
No, I was like, no, it's my tree. Like,
my treat. my treat to you.
My treat, it's my tree, my problem. I'll deal with it. I'm not gonna cry. It's like 150 quid to cut the fucking things off. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut down that tree, get all that tree made into fucking little leaflets, and just fucking fly poster constantly.
Yeah. So
totally muggle.
Anything that's got a sticker up, policing, because that's another thing. Neighbourhood watch operates in this area. Have you ever seen them stickers?
Yeah. Oh, I'm scared.
Like, it should anyway. Like, I'm not gonna look out my window, right? See someone climbing up a ladder through fucking the house across the road.
You're like, Sandra didn't invite me around for bickies.
She's not part of the scheme. She didn't put her name on the list for the neighbourhood watch. She's gonna regret that.
Aye. TV's on the second landing.
Yep, it's a £2 subscription and you get a sticker.
And that's I'm not gonna snitch. That's the kind of person I am. She bitch.
So I think, police and stickers, putting them on, yeah.
Totally. This is one now that I'm kind of guilty of, but I'm also not. I've put in a clause. People who vape, but not to quit. Like, there are people that vape who aren't, like, I vape, I will admit I vape, but I do it to stop smoking. It stops me smoking. I haven't had a cigarette in 8 months. That's why I vape.
Nobody's vaping without smoking.
They absolutely are.
People just pick up vaping.
They fucking do it. Because and this is for an Australian listeners, if you were in Melbourne, this is you. And I know it's you. Because I was in Melbourne, and I was like, where can I get some e-liquid? And I went there, and no nicotine in them. And I was like, I need strong nicotine. They're like, it's illegal to sell them with nicotine in Victoria. I'm like, what's the fucking point of it then? If it doesn't have nicotine in it. Like, what are you this fucking like, what were you doing before vaping? Were you just chewing fucking nicotine chewing gum? Just putting all the fucking patches on yourself?
But even if there's no nicotine in it, that's still... Because I know a dude that put nicotine patches on. You know, dude. Troy from Setlist.
Did he?
I mean, it's a fucking great lie if he doesn't. But he put nicotine patches on, but never smoke. But got like a little kick off the nicotine patch.
That's a muggle.
Bro, muggle, but at least there's nicotine in it. These guys you're talking about who are stickers? Vaping, right? What is it? Just like putting diluted juice in air?
Yeah. It's essentially they're flavouring air and just walking around. And these are the ones like, I don't do smoke tricks. I don't do. Like, I'm not, because I want to stop this as soon as I can as well. I don't want to fucking do this for the rest of my life. I want to stop depending on nicotine, so I'm lowering the strength constantly, weaning myself off it.
You do that in people's cars without asking.
What? Yeah, of course I do.
Rude.
No, it's not. If you've got a kid, I won't do it. But I know the science. This isn't dangerous.
Yeah, but they've just like Neva's farting, but I wouldn't fart in the car.
It smells nice though. Farts smell horrible.
That's subjective.
No, this smells lovely.
Like, I don't love the smell of it, but I'm not a complainy type of person. But surely there's people that can. Stale vanilla lush. Thanks for that, Daniel.
No, fuck him.
Surely ask, right?
Nah. Because I was like, would it bother me?
Like, what do you pull out a tuna sandwich?
Yeah.
In the car?
Yeah.
Would you not say, can I eat this in here?
No. I'm a fucking grown man. Grow up.
Get in the car and...
I'm not being told what to eat. Like, if I'm hungry, I'm going to eat.
Do you instantly take your shoes off when you go into people's houses, or do you just tread the dirt?
Yeah.
It's just that, isn't it?
Nah.
It's just that. It's just like having a little bit of like base level respect and then build up to
I
what
don't
they're...
think...
Because you go, right, I don't know what the fucking house rules or the car rules are, and I know it's a bit muggly that they're imposing rules, but they'll have systems of how they live, like i.e. don't put your shoes on the couch. So if you instantly walk in and put your shoes on the couch and you're breaking that, and they're like, I'm going to have to fucking clean that.
Shoes on the couch is different because that's leaving behind.
But also leaving, like, if you change the scent of the car.
But this doesn't change the scent of your car.
That does. I've been there when you've done it.
No, but not permanently.
Doesn't it?
No.
I don't know.
No, absolutely not.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't think you were rude for getting in my car and smoking your vanilla flavoured fucking spunk whistle.
Right.
But if I went into somebody else's car, I wouldn't assume to be able to do it.
Fucking stop me.
I just think they're going to give you.
See what happens.
They're going to give you a nasty review on TripAdvisor.
Like if you asked me to stop smoking this, I probably would have just rolled my eyes behind your back. Fucking show you.
Yeah. Okay, let me go home with a flame, mate. Yeah.
But there are people who just go out there and vape just because they think it looks cool, and they don't like the taste of air, so they're upgrading to another. And I'm just like,
I was tempted by it because I smoke occasionally, and I was tempted by it when you could smoke them indoors. I was just like, oh, that would be nice to just be able to stay in on a winter's night and fucking smoke it indoors. But then started getting pissy about that too, and then just had zero appeal. I'm like, if I'm going to go out the back for a cig, I'm going to go out the back and pretend to have a cig.
I do. I go out there smoking area. Good place to chat, women and blokes
And dogs.
Each to their own. Right, what's your final one?
My final one is very similar to where we ended up going with the junk mail thing. Is leaving angry notes on stuff, like passive aggressive notes. Like my agent done it with a dog shit.
Oh,
she
God.
put a note
on a dog poo.
On a dog poo.
On the street, not in her house.
Saying thanks for leaving the poo on the street. Not. Thank you for doing it. Then not. Just in case they didn't realise she was being sarcastic.
As if the dog's gonna come past and be like, oh well, I feel bad. Like, don't get me wrong, leaving a dog shit. That's bad form.
It's bad form.
But your fucking notes,
pinning a note to a dog shit. It's
like,
so funny.
I do it sometimes with bad parking. Like if it's a busy car and you've parked badly and I have to drive somewhere else.
Nah.
Nah.
Muggle.
Nah. I'll stand in the corner, but it's everything I do. It's a creative death threat. Like it's the equivalent of live trolling. Like I get to say horrible stuff to this person. And not suffer the consequences, just like they got to park horribly and not suffer the consequences. I've had
my tyres knifed for being parked in someone's space.
Really?
At least they did something about it, leaving a fucking note. a little bit like, oh well, I'm actually not going to park there now. The note thing wasn't going to work.
Well, no. To be fair, the note I do leave is always like, this is your first and only warning. Like, because if it's in my street, if you park in front of my driveway, I have a driveway. If you park in front of that, I've left a note there once, been like, you probably didn't know, this is my driveway, this is my car, it's fine this time, but if you park here again, I will fucking have this towed and impounded.
Yeah, I'd probably knock on a couple of doors. If there's someone parked right outside your house and knocking on the door and going, "Hi, Buster,
Aye.
Get this shuffled along so I can get my car off my drive."
Nah.
Wait, there's a strongly worded letter.
No,
Put that energy.
Because then I got to go and talk to people and work out whose car it is, and then I got to pretend.
And then you'd have to pretend to be nice. And you don't have to pretend to be nice
I don't want to. I'm pissed off. I've got to pretend to be like, oh no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I really want to have this social interaction before I go on with my day.
When me and Gav first moved into a flat in Ashington 10 years ago, he got a letter. He got a letter off one of the neighbours for the noise of a girl during sex.
Oh really?
And I was like, I don't even know how that's an angry note. It's just like, you're only going to do wonders for his ego by posting that.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to go, oh, now I feel silly. 22-year-old man gets a letter about the fucking... Stop the constant shacking.
You're legend.
I think I'm going to frame this now.
I do think noisy sex is one of the... I hate it. I think it's one of the rudest things in the world. Because sometimes I'm like, right, oh wait, I'm not that good. Like, there's a girl in Dundee, and it's a hotel. I'm in a hotel. It's 1 a.m, right? We're having sex, and she's making noises. And I'm like, there are people sleeping.
Yeah,
like,
you're in a hotel.
Being rude. It's just rude. I'm not that... My ego's not that fragile. Mime it. Fucking lip sync. I'll put some porn on, just lip sync along with it. I'll put it on a lower volume.
Like, look, I get it. I like making noises when I'm lifting weights, but if I'm in a busy gym, I'll have some respect.
No, you don't.
Well, make noises when I'm...
You always...
I put my headphones on now. I put my headphones on, noise-reducing headphones, and I make noises when I lift weights.
It's awful with you.
I'm conscious about it. Oh.
That's all you do in the gym.
Well, I'll know if I feel like people can hear us.
Oh.
But then when I put my headphones on, I feel like I'm in my old world. I'm just like, fuck it.
Oh, it's just like you're deflating.
But I put an effort in when I go to the gym.
No,
If I
so
get to
do
the
I.
gym, it's all or nothing.
No, aye.
I don't think you can make a full effort when you're lifting heavy if you don't make a
So you find with, like, you know, there's always that controversy that muggles have whenever the women's tennis are on and all the tops are like, oh, I can't believe those women are making those noises. I've never given a shit. Like, they're exerting themselves.
Or do people actually get annoyed by it?
Oh, muggles, mate. Muggles like, oh, it's not, like, really old sexist muggles been like, oh, it's not very...
Like sex noises.
It's not very womanly for them to be making...
Why do
probably,
the dudes not make a noise when they play tennis?
some of them do when they're fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
But it's also like some of it's mind warfare. Like Serena Williams and Venus Williams. Like if you're playing them, they are already incredible fucking athletes. See if they're fucking screaming when they're firing a shot over. I'd shit my pants more. Like it's tactical warfare. It's like talking in the UFC, trash
Shit.
talking.
I'm going to do that every sport I play now. Watch next time I play darts with someone. Ah!
Curling. Whee! Oh.
Snooker. Whoosha!
Right, those are all muggles. We need to speed this up. So if you replace swear words with non-swear words, 30 seconds in the corner. If you clap when an airplane lands, because
That's a minute because
that's
we
a
both
minute
did
because
it.
we both said it, and you're a fucking muggle. And if you vape and not to quit, if you're just vaping, just go vape in the corner and fucking suffocate on it, you muggle. What were your ones?
Mine was the stickers that police the mail that goes through your letterbox.
Aye.
What you doing? Leaving notes on people's shit.
If you're sad, go write a note in the corner about how much of a fucking muggle you are and how sad you are that we've called you a muggle, and send it to us and we'll frame it. You fucking muggle.
Yes, and then I think that was everything.
Right, so we're going to go into a new game that should be a quick one anyway. It's called True or False, where essentially we have one truth about ourselves and two lies, and we've got to guess which one is true and which one's lies. So it's essentially Would I Lie to You, the TV show, but because this is a podcast, they can't sue us. I hope. On 8 out of 10 Cats, when I was on it, I accidentally groped Rachel Riley.
Is Rachel Riley the one from
She's on...
Emmerdale?
No, she's the one on...
That's Lisa Riley.
She's the one on Countdown. She's the new Carol Vorderman.
Oh, okay, I got you.
She was on 8 out of 10 Cats when I was on it, and I accidentally groped her.
You grew up there?
Aye, accidentally.
Accidentally.
Aye.
I mean, you've said accidentally far too much now. That would protest too much.
No, I was accidental.
Alright, what's the next lie? Can I ask questions about each lie?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Alright, so did you use the flat of your hand?
No, it was the palm, but it was it's basically because we're getting makeup done together, and I was in there and I had my jacket, so I was getting my makeup done, and there was no one in the chair beside me, so I put my jacket over there, and then she came in, and I knew who she was, and she was getting makeup done, so I was like, oh, I'll move this stuff, but she sat down too quickly, and she sat in my hand.
Grabbed her butt.
I didn't grab, like I kept it flat. Like I was feeding a horse.
What you were trying to do.
Yeah, I was trying to... nearly lost a finger. And yeah, I accidentally groped her.
Oh, nice.
When I was little, my gran used to make me write letters to the Queen on Christmas.
To the Queen?
Aye, Gran Roger.
Does she? Yeah. That's weird. Right, okay. She used to make you write letters to the Queen.
Well, because she always... Also, when I was younger, she always...
Where did you get her address?
Oh,
she got like a fan mail.
My gran always used to, because she was old and because I was young and stupid, she always used to say she was friends with the Queen, and whenever I was being naughty, she would say she was going to phone the Queen, and I'd stop being naughty. I don't know what the Queen was going to do.
You got brought up with the Queen being
a punishment. On my mum's side of the family, yeah.
Wow, this is hysterical, because when I was a kid, right, there was this fake monster that lived under the stairs called the Ogga Wogga, and if I was naughty, the Ogga Wogga was going to fucking eat my shit, right? He was going to
eat your shit?
Well, like, eat us.
All right, okay.
Yeah, just like swarm
He's
on
going to
us.
come out and eat your poo? Oh, cool.
So, right, I'm being naughty, I'd get threatened with the Ogga Wogga, and I'd live in fear of the fucking Ogga Wogga coming into my room or whatever.
No, there's a difference between working class and middle class.
And you got told the Queen was going to be displeased.
No, she's going to behead me or something. And so I had to write cards on Christmas.
So then you put a stamp on as well, like, oh, she won't accept the letter unless she's got a picture of her own face on it.
Fucking narcissist. I was the first kid.
She might have a no junk mail stamp on her door.
Mine wasn't junk mail. It was fan mail. It wasn't fan mail. It just said, I think it said thanks for Christmas and stuff like that. Thought I was young.
Thanks for Christmas.
thanks for letting us have it. Hope yours was good.
All right.
I was the first kid in East Weems Primary School, my primary school, to get detention in over 30 years.
No. That's a lie. 30 years of no detentions and then all of a sudden you break the fucking rule.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just been living in this utopian fucking...
Well, not
like have you read the
utopia,
book
just-
The Giver where everyone's ridiculously nice to each other and sweet and it's like this harmonious place but it's got like this overriding level of evil. The fact
And I was the
that
first one to break that for 30 years. Because you used to the cane and stuff, obviously, back in the day. But then they stopped and it was just like, you get sent to the head teacher and stuff. You get in trouble. I was home. But I wasn't allowed to have playground for like a week.
I always feel sorry for the last teachers that ever give the cane.
Yeah.
You know, like the young teachers that are like in their late 20s, early 30s, they've got started this teaching job, they're giving kids the cane because that's the protocol, and then all of a sudden the cane gets revoked, and the teachers that used to give the cane just retire. They're just like, oh, well, the system's changed. PC gone mad, I'm going to leave. And then you're just this 40-year-old teacher who used to hit kids.
Do you think, the cane wasn't that recent?
What?
The cane wasn't that recent.
I'm saying when it happened. Though.
Oh, right, okay. I mean, well, it's archaic, so fuck him.
Like, I'm sure my dad used to get the cane.
Aye. Bet he loved it too. Got an erection the whole way through.
Just been naughty on purpose. Spank me, spank me.
So which one of those do you think's the truth and which one do you think
I think
the
the truth is that you wrote Rachel Riley, and I don't think you wrote letters to the Queen.
Yeah.
I don't think that holds up fully as like, especially for Christmas. Like, yeah, your gran had to be like a bit bonkers for that to happen. So I'm going to give the gran the benefit of the doubt, and I don't think you were the only person to get detention.
I was the...
You're probably the only person that didn't.
well, you'd be surprised to know I was the first kid in my primary school to get detention in over 30 years.
Really?
Yeah.
But you didn't grow up Rachel Riley?
Nah. Not pervert.
You thought about doing it.
Nah.
You did when you lied?
Well, I just...
You filled your spank bag with a memory that you didn't have?
Yeah, I got detention because I was like one of the most popular kids because I was the best at football, and so
That'll teach you.
and like because I was the most popular kid, the rest of the kids I wasn't even at school when it happened. But apparently, some kids on the day I was off sick, who I was friends with, took someone of the other kid's bag, threw it over the wall in the den, and I had to go down and get it. And then I came to school because he'd been bullied, and I got detention because I was the ringleader. I was like, "What even there?"
Oh, no.
It was fucking bullshit.
So you're guilty for not stopping them?
Aye.
Because you had the power to stop them as a...
Aye,
took your leadership. Punished you for it.
It was fucking bullshit. Right, what's your 3 lies? What was your two lies and 1 truth?
I got through the national final to play Snake on the Nokia live to win a trip to Arizona.
Okay.
Quiz away.
Snake on the 3310.
On the 5110 it would have been.
What's your high score?
It was in multiple thousands. It was like, I think it would have been 4,000 and something. I'm going to tell you how I did it. I kept pausing it on level 9, so the top level of speed. I kept pausing it and then unpausing it by moving it and then pausing it again, so that I completed my high score fully and collecting all of the bonus things that you get. And then all you had to do was go to the car phone warehouse and show them your score. And then I got a letter in the post inviting me to the live final to play live.
Okay.
I couldn't play live. I cheated.
Yeah,
I couldn't go to the final. So there was an empty seat for the Arizona heat.
Okay, next one.
I had me love letter read out on the Big Breakfast by Vinnie Jones.
God. Okay.
Question away.
Nah, because I think I will eventually, because I'm almost certain that's the one that's true.
The next one.
Yeah.
I got sent to hospital from school after splitting my head open when I slipped in a puddle of my mate's piss.
I'm almost certain, because I've got a recollection of you telling me the Vinnie Jones one before. Is that the one that's true?
They're all true.
You slipped in your mate's piss.
I've got a scar on my head.
Right.
Can you see the scar above my eyebrow? Not the one that I got off the fucking fruit fly.
You
Latitude
fucking
Festival. There's a scar somewhere. So what happened is me and Andrew Merrill, we went to the toilet. You go to the toilet with buddies from class. We're like, miss, can we go to the toilet? Went, and we were pissing and spinning round like fucking sprinklers. Just pissing all over the floor. Legends. So we're doing this, and then you hear like the door to the like. So there's a door, and then there's a door for the men's and the women's, but there's a main door, men's and women's, girls and boys, same thing. So then there's a main door, so we heard the main door, and we panicked and ran. And when we ran, I slipped in the piss, and I bust my head open, and I had a butterfly stitch in my head.
And pissing it.
Pissing it. Piss went into my bloodstream, started pumping through my veins. I wasn't even ginger before that happened. Just got a bit of piss in my blood, fucking wolfed out.
That's your origin story about how you became ginger and smelled like piss. You were just a happy little blonde kid before that.
Slipped in Andrew Mellow's piss. Split my head open. And the blood pools quicker when it's in water.
Tell the Vinnie Jones one.
So when
Fucking muggle.
when I was in school, we got the... you'll never believe this. Jenny McCarthy read me letter out too.
Did she?
Jenny McCarthy and Vinnie Jones. Right, from the top. So I'm in school. We've got computers in the school. And we're good for time?
Ah, we're well over where it's going anyway.
I mean, they need to hear this.
yeah.
Can't just end it now. So I used to really fancy this girl in my school called Jill Reevely, and I knew her older sister because we went to air cadets together, Sarah.
Yeah.
So I really fancied Jill, and I was quite public about it, and I wanted to ask her out, but I was like, oh, I'm really good friends with Sarah. So I wrote a letter in. I was writing the letter to Johnny Vaughan and Denise Houghton because they were the big breakfast hosts. So I sent an email. I done it with my mates and all that. Like, oh, look, emails.
Cool.
So emails were brand new. Fucking imagine this. You can write it out, press send, it goes. Didn't need a stamp. Didn't need to send it. This is new technology. I'm 30 mate. Emails, it was the thing of the future. So I was like, oh, let's write a letter into the big breakfast. And I wrote about how I quite fancy Jill. You're looking at it like I was 25 when I did it. Fucking 14. So
You were 14 still, too old.
I sent the email. It was in year 11 last year.
Go hard or go home.
In the last year at school. And one day I'm just up. I forget all about it. It was about a week later. I'm eating my cornflakes. I'm watching as Jenny McCarthy steps in for Denise Van Houten, Playboy model.
Yeah.
Jenny McCarthy, who I printed out on the teacher's desk, remember her?
Yeah. Big fan.
Big fan. So she's there, and Vinnie Jones is there. Fucking can't believe that he's there. Like, Vinnie Jones was just like, fuck my Dean here reading out love letters. And now I've got a film to promote, but fuck's sake, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Fucking 14-year-old ginger cunt sending us love letters. My career's meant to be going well. I'm fucking Hollywood. I'm reading fucking these shit so far. So Johnny Vaughan and Jenny McCarthy start fucking going over this letter, and then Jenny McCarthy goes, just get some balls, man. Just get some balls and ask her. And I mean, that caused some controversy because she's talking about balls on a daytime TV show. So there's a little bit of a kerfuffle in the studio. I'm like, oh, look what I've started. And then Vinnie Jones just come out of his reverie and just went, just sack her.
And whose advice did you take?
Tell us to bin her off. Whose advice did I take? Do you think I had a choice about what happened next? I'd just been on fucking daytime television. I went into school, I was the laughing stock. Fucking Jill was never going to get it with us after that. That fucking weirdo sending letters into Vinnie Jones. I didn't stand a chance.
Is that like the 1990s equivalent of standing outside somebody's window with a fucking boombox, getting Vinnie Jones to read out your love letter, you fucking wep?
I actually went run to her house once and knocked on the door to talk to her. She talked to us for a bit, then went in. Just cutting my teeth.
Yes. I feel like most of this podcast should from now on just be stories of your childhood, because they're the ones that make me laugh the hardest.
I mean, it's a loss. How's that come good?
Oh, right. Your dad jokes. Let's wrap this up, because we are...
It makes up for the underwhelming amount of time we've done on the last one.
Go pass us out the fucking tour book as well as my bag.
Okay. So your dad jokes.
Right.
You want to go first?
Aye. Your dad dressed up as Harley Quinn for Halloween.
Your dad gets teeth whitening treatment off Group 1.
Your dad goes into the tanning bed with a wife beater and Crocs on.
Dick out. Your dad takes the sole out of his shoes when he gets in, puts them on the radiator so they're nice and warm when he goes back out.
Your dad pronounces it GIF instead of GIF.
Is that how it was?
No, it's the guy basically
GIF.
Because it's graphics something. But
Oh,
it's
sorry, I thought you were talking about the bathroom spray.
No.
Sif. Your dad forbids your mum from using his walk-in wardrobe, but as a compromise, she can have the shed.
Your dad sniffs Pritt sticks behind the bike shed and sells tabs to teenagers for Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Your dad thinks nothing of joining groups of strangers that he's never met at the tables in bars and restaurants.
Your dad got his ribs removed so he could do body shots off himself.
Jelly shots. Your dad gets handfuls of tissue and runs them under the tap and then throws them at his bathroom ceiling.
Your dad's background on his iPhone is him flexing in the mirror.
Your dad put a lump of coal in a snowball and put your next door neighbour's window out.
Your dad photoshops himself in the background of nightclub pictures and posts them on Facebook.
Your dad slides down the stairs on his bum when his dinner's ready.
Your dad has a henna tattoo of Jaden Smith on his wrist that he kisses for good luck.
Your dad put a lump of coal in a dog shit and put your neighbour's teeth out.
Your dad buys fish and chips for the newspaper.
When you were a kid, your dad made you leave Santa a glass of brandy, a gram of coke, a pack of condoms, and a massive cucumber for Rudolph.
Your dad spent a week in hospital because he sat down in his boxers too quickly and one of his balls popped in his arse.
Your dad texts the music channel to see how compatible he is with your mum. 67% is the answer.
Oh. Right, we are on tour in Europe. Please come and laugh at us. We're in Cluj, Transylvania tonight. This podcast won't be out until tomorrow.
Should we just put it on now? Should we put it up straight away?
Nah, let's do it Friday. Let's get the morning traffic. But just in thanks, Cluj, we've never been here before, and you've sold out, which blows our fucking mind. So thank you very, very much.
Sold out a big room too.
Yeah, 250.
250.
Sluts.
That blows my mind when we go somewhere I haven't heard of.
Yeah.
I remember when we first went to Ljubljana, which when you look at the word Ljubljana, it's LJLLLJ. You're just like, what the fuck is that shit? And then you go there thinking, well, I can't even begin to pronounce the name of this place, and then you sell out.
Yeah. Tomorrow, 4th of November, we are in Bratislava, Slovakia. 5th of November, one of our favourite gigs, always on tour at Vienna, Austria. I'm assuming that will be very close to sold out, if not sold out already, so I would get on that quickly. 6th of November, I get another... in fact, looking at this list, they're all favourites now. Tallinn, Estonia. 6th of November, Prague, Czech Republic. 7th November, Tallinn, Estonia. 8th of November, Tartu, Estonia, which we've not been to before.
And we'll get to hang out with Louis Zezerin.
Yeah,
he's got a good crew, good people in Paulius and Lithuania.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's been a joy so far. Thank you to everyone that's come out. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We're average at about 800 a fucking episode, which blows our mind because it's fucking stupid. You guys are dumb for listening to this, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, maybe they stopped after the stoned one.
Yeah. Oh no, I reckon that was a good one.
Yeah, I thought so too. But Natalie was just like, "Don't get so stoned this time."
Oh.
And I was like, I thought it was dynamite. I love that story where I got bullied to death.
Yeah, bullied to death. If you enjoyed the Stone podcast, let us know because we will make whatever parts of the podcast you enjoy are the ones we'll do more. So just let us know your favourites on Twitter and Facebook. Share it, spread it. Come see us on tour. Plug other stuff. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, keep reposting this podcast because that's how it gets out there. That's how it gets people.
Rate us on iTunes so we can get rid of that fucking pism who gave us 1 star, 3 stars with 1.
Someone give us 1 star, but if people give us a bunch of 5s, we'll end up back on the leaderboards again, and then we'll get more traffic.
Oh, I could just do it. Come on, I'll suck your dick for some stars, man. I'll suck your dick for some stars.
I got these cheeseburgers.